Hi YouTube, this is Robinats1 here. So, I've just finished watching Godzilla and wanted to share my very quick reviews before I go to bed and sleep and yeah. So, this film is about the Godzilla kaiju monster that was created by I think the Japanese, it was a Japanese thing, or maybe it was a Chinese thing. I'm not really sure. But it's of that descent. Godzilla is a kaiju monster, and it's sort of their equivalent to Doctor Who or Superman. It's a very loved character by that culture. And it got Americanized. Essentially, it got Americanized. And this is the 1998 version of the film. And of course, there is another Godzilla film coming out next year, which, in my opinion, I think is going to be a marked improvement from this film. At least for the fans. So, in this film, we get the origins of Godzilla. Godzilla is the result of a French nuclear bombing that frequently happened on an island. And basically, all of the radiation affected the creatures on that island. And a lizard basically grows from, this feet long? To basically the size of nearly about half the size of the Chrysler building. That's I put myself in the eye. Fail. That's the nearest thing I could think of. I put myself in the eye. Oh, right, review. So, Godzilla starts to, surface into the human world, and, Godzilla crashes into a huge ship. A huge Japanese-Chinese ship. And that's where the movie kicks off. We have the American government and the French government working towards, mostly American government, working to destroy Godzilla. The French government, however, sent an agent to basically cover up the fact that they created Godzilla. Whilst the American government try and kill Godzilla in New York. And after the initial first 3 scenes, we're introduced to Nick Tatopoulos, a nuclear biologist who is studying the effects of radiation and earthworms, and how the worms have grown a few extra long, an extra segment long, and how this is a cause for concern. And we're also introduced to Audrey, the love interest of this story, and she is basically a would-be up-and-coming reporter, but hasn't got that story yet and hasn't really been given a chance to shine. And basically the story brings together Audrey and Nick together in the midst of this Godzilla crisis. And Nick finds out that Godzilla is pregnant, and we have lots of little prego lizards running around. And that's really all you need to know about the film. The film differs from the mythology of the original Godzilla films made by the original creators. For instance, it's not set in Japanese or Chinese movie. It's not set in those countries. It's set primarily in New York, in Manhattan specifically. And this obviously diverts away from the really roots to the series. And this, in my opinion, was a mistake. Because you're not appealing to the fan base of the movie. You're appealing to an American audience. And unfortunately back then, I think it was worse. Because Americans only did American films. And now we're beginning to see a diverse Hollywood, where we are getting gay actors and we're getting, like take Pacific Rim, for example. Pacific Rim was primarily based in Hong Kong. And this was a good move because you were appealing to that culture while still bringing in the intrigue that you would find in an American audience. And to me, I think that was, for this film, it was a very bad idea because you weren't catering towards your fan base, which is where most of your viewership is going to come from. And we also get Godzilla's child. He makes an appearance in the very, very end. Spoilers. And to me, that just felt like a throwaway gimmick. And I don't think we really needed it in the film. This film received mostly negative reviews, and I do agree with them, because the characters were just too bland. And their motivations were bland, and everyone seemed to get off easy. and there was no real, there was nothing really, what's the word I'm looking for? Nobody seemed to, like, if someone made a mistake, there was no repercussions. That's the word I'm looking for. There were no repercussions for the choices the characters made. And that was a huge, huge problem. I liked the Frenchman's role, and he was really the only thing that was carrying this film. Because I can't really talk about the CGI, because the CGI was very, very different back then to how it is now. Like, now we can bring a real-life creature to the screen. And carry it off. So, all in all, this film is skippable. I wouldn't recommend this film. I mean, the film is, yeah, good, but I wouldn't really recommend the film. It's a rental, if anything. Or if it happens to be on the TV, yeah, sure. So it's a rental for me. See you later, and hope you're all doing well.